it because I forgot last time. All right, so it is September 8th, and I am so freaking excited to see your faces. I have been insanely busy and on the go the past 2 days traveling, but I'm so excited to see you guys, and I'm really excited for tonight's call. I'm going to jump right in because I don't want to waste any time. So let me share my screen, get rid of all this stuff. And shout out our leaders so far on the board. We have Emily, Veronica, Sam, Haley, Alyssa, and Izza already changing a life. And our top recruiters are Izza, Haley, Sam, and Emily. And then our top 5 PV are Abby, Veronica, Amanda, Sam, and Livy. And our coach of the week is Haley this week. And I picked Haley just because we've been in contact a little bit the past couple of weeks, and just her jumping right into this. First of all, it's so cool to see her doing this with her best friend. And just seeing her really reach out to me when she's like, has a question or something, which is so cool. I love that she's using her resources, and she just signed up her Control Business Center. And I love that, people are just taking action, and new coaches are getting, jumping right in and just going after it. And I love that. So shout out to you, Haley. She's been on her stories and getting outside her comfort zone, and I freaking applaud that. So, few announcements. Like I said, Wi-Fi was being a little janky, so it was kind of hard for me to load the coach office. But the only real new announcement that's changed from last week is the fact that for anybody who purchases a challenge pack this month, they will get a promo code to get the program for 6 weeks of work for $10, which is literally outrageous. I have no idea why they're doing it so cheap, but I'm hype about it because I am going to be promoting the fuck out of 6 weeks of work because I'm so hype about it. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, please make sure you are checking your online office. But 6 weeks of work is going to be a beast program. It's definitely for people at that next level of fitness. Let me make sure everybody's muted. Make sure you're muting yourself if you're jumping in. Okay, there we go. All right, so anyways, 6 weeks of work is our brand new trainer. Look him up on Instagram. He is, first of all, nice to look at, and second of all, just straight beast mode. He trains NBA players, which I'm just over the moon about. But I'm really excited for that program to come out. I'm going to update you guys as I find out more information because the FAQ was a little bit iffy on I think they may have updated it just maybe today about just the dates of when it's releasing, because the VIP access releases on September 30th, but I don't know if they're releasing the whole program. I think they are, but it may be a little bit different than the past program releases where there was a VIP early access and then the actual program releases later. I will keep you guys updated, but you guys keep yourself updated on the FAQs as well. I believe pumpkin spice is still available. I did not check Team Beachbody. You will have to check yourself, but I'm so excited because mine comes in this week. Actually, I won't get to taste it for another week because I'm not home. But I'm really excited for that. And also, I purchased collagen. I'm pumped to try that. Make sure you are trying it as well so that you can talk to your girls about it. And the other stuff we've gone over a million times. Other than that, I am going to stop sharing, and we are going to jump right in. Tonight, we have Tori speaking on our call, and if you don't know, Tori is actually one of my challengers. She finally got started with me last month. I don't even know. Tori, did you get a chance to, I know you said you looked back at our messages of when we first started talking. I believe it's been over a year. But
it was June 2018.
Yeah, so yeah, literally just over a year, so 14 months it took her to jump in with me. And she said today when we were talking before the call, she's like, you were so patient. And I was like, well, I tell you guys this, literally be here a year from now for the people who are gonna watch you for a year until they join you, or 2 years, because most of you guys are above that, 2 or 3 years you watched me. So if you are getting frustrated that you're getting a no or a not right now, understand that you have to continue showing up consistently every single day and be here when they are ready. But I'm so excited to have Tori speak because she is a part of, I also asked her this, Monet, or it can be pronounced Monet or Monet. Yeah, so I'm excited for her to explain that a little bit. But she has been a part of that company for 19 months now, and she is kicking ass in it. And I thought it would be so cool to have somebody from a different network marketing company come in and get like a different perspective. And her topic tonight is on comparison, and I think that that is like so awesome because it happens everywhere. It's not just something that's like, just special for Beachbody. And I love that Sam went live on something she learned from her PD the other day. And so I just think that this is going to be really awesome. And Tori is only 25, and she is already like halfway through her compensation plan, which is amazing. And she is very into acting and stuff. She's going to tell a little bit more about herself, but she is moving from Florida to California soon, and she doesn't have to get a job when she gets to Cali. So I think that just goes to show like how hard of a worker she is, and like how killer of a mindset she has. So I'm really excited to hear from her, and I'm just going to let her take over because I'm pumped and I want to make sure she gets all of the time she needs. All right, Tori, go ahead, and I'm going to mute myself.
Aw, you're seriously so sweet. And for real, guys, like if she had stopped even for one day posting, or like if I had seen her dip, in her activity online, like I would have not been here to speak with you guys. And truly, like just her consistency is like one of the most inspiring things to me, and it inspires me like even in my own business. But yeah, like she said, I'm super into acting. That's what I went to school for. Well, that's what I've done my whole life. Like that's like what I'm super passionate about. And yeah, so I went to FSU for BFA acting, and I graduated. It took me like 5.5 years to graduate, y'all. Yes, that's my girl, theater major. I love it. But yeah, so I mean, a lot of different things happened. It took me 5.5 years to graduate. So there was a lot of different reasons why I was in a really down mindset when I joined my company, but it really came at the perfect time. And I gotta say, like, I really don't like network marketing is just the best thing I've ever come across. And to be educated about it now and realize like how uneducated I was beforehand is just, it's honestly like laughable, and it really makes me think like that, like I have to give people a chance to, have their skepticism and whatever, because I was the exact same way. But just know that it's just like, exactly, it's a lack of knowledge, and it has no reflection on you. It's just like a reflection on the people who want to stay in their comfort bubble. And it really, but yeah, so I'm moving to California in like literally less than 3 weeks. And I gotta say, with all the personal development I've done because of network marketing, and where I am financially because of this business, it would not be happening. When I graduated college, I was kind of convinced that I was going to live like my boring normal life and like not go for my dreams and like try to be an actress. But because of this is like why I'm doing it. So I have to give all the credit to network marketing and like personal development and yeah. So I'm going to kind of dive in right now, and I want to just say thank you. Like seriously, thank you so much for letting me do this. And I think that people need to do more of this, and like, just because like we're not in the same company doesn't mean that we can't find value in what each other can bring to the table. And I think that it'll even, just remind you guys that like what Maddie usually says, or like says to you guys about personal development or your consistency or your morning routines and stuff like that is universal for people in network marketing, but also just entrepreneurs in general. Yeah, I'm going to share a little bit about what I've learned, on my journey so far, and about comparison. And right now, first of all, I want everyone to write down 3 things that they're grateful for in the chat. So just tell me what you're grateful for today. If you had an amazing poop today, if the sun was shining where you are, if you got a new coach on your team today, whatever it is that you're grateful for, I need everyone to give me 3 things. Give me some love. I want to hear the good things that you're grateful for today. Yeah. Oh my God, that sounds amazing. Apple cider donuts, vegan food options. I love it. I love it. On time with Livy. Livy, I've heard so much about you, and I'm so glad that she gets to spend time with you. You guys are like a unit. Team calls, family. Yes. Yes. Yes, it's the best not having to like check your bank account going grocery shopping. Girl, I feel you. Like that was me. My kids, my husband. Yes, you guys. Yes. Fresh flowers, naps, my dad, my health, my doggies, mindset, strong women. Oh, fall candles. Yes, double workouts. You freaking go, Paige. Great weather. Hell yeah, you guys. This is what I love to hear. We always want to start on a positive note. I love it. I love it. I love it. Again, seriously, thank you guys so much. And I'm so excited that I started your program. I'm feeling so good about it. I'm literally just over the moon about my own morning routine now. Like, it's just actually changing the game for me in my own business because I'm taking care of myself. So, you know, don't look at other network marketers as like not your future clients, because that is like the perfect client for you guys. Like, seriously, people who work from home, like, I am loving the crap out of it. But I also want to let you guys know that I am 0% different from you guys. Like, I am exactly the same as every single person on this call. I am just a girl who took a chance on herself and on a dream and on an opportunity of a lifetime. So everything that I have for you tonight, just know that I've also struggled with it. Everyone who has ever started their own business has struggled with it. And not one person in my company or in your company is like a perfect human being. Of course, I'm sure some of them come very close. But no one has it right like 100% of the time. And not many people like to admit that they've struggled with this, but trust me, like, every single person has. And we're all here figuring out our own path with trial and error. And I think that that's like one of the best parts about this, honestly, is like being able to try something new, and that if it doesn't go your way, like, you're not going to get fired from this job or anything like that. Like, you get to try again tomorrow and again and over until you figure out you're going to fail is if you give up and if you walk away from this. And I know that's not what you guys are here for. I know that you started this for something bigger and better. So tonight I want to dive right in, talk about comparison and how truly being yourself is going to take you farther in this company than any imitation of someone else, or however you think that you're supposed to be doing this. I'm just going to mention social media right off the bat, because just like, it's so much of our business and our lives at this point, and, you know, are pretty much lived on this platform, and we have to be able to navigate that effectively without getting wrapped up in the things that aren't propelling us forward, you know, and just like the comparison, right? So everyone highlights their best moments on social media. We know this, that social media is really just a highlight reel a lot of the time. And we'll sit here and we'll compare our like real ass lives and all the shit that we're going through to everyone's, you know, best moments, best announcements, best pictures. And like, we see all this, but we're living like a real life day to day. And it can be hard to navigate your way through that when you're trying to run a business. And I know that, like, especially network marketing, that, you know, it's kind of recognition based. And, you know, like near the end of the month, you're seeing all these rank advancements, you're seeing people earn these trips. And like, it is a recipe sort of sometimes to be able to feel like you don't measure up, or like there's something wrong with you, which is honestly crazy. But like, you know, that we compare ourselves in that way. But that part of it is really never, yes, you guys are real. And I think that's because you have such a real ass leader. And it's just, you know, the way that the leader leads is how the team is going to be. So mad, keep doing your shit. But yeah, even when we all hit the top of our companies, like, this comparison thing is never going to go away, right? It's all about what's happening up here. So we're still going to try to find a way to compare ourselves like pretty much all the time. So it's really about recognizing it and like taking action about it. It's not going to go away until you check yourself about it and you start being grateful for the journey and for what's happening along the way. So setting goals and making a plan is obviously super important, because you need to know like where you're going in order to get there. But at the same time, you can't hold yourself so rigidly and so harshly to these goals so that you start like self-loathing when it doesn't happen exactly the way that you thought it should. So guys, if you're enjoying yourself every single day doing this business, that is the big key, because a lot of the time people may not be enjoying themselves at all, and they're like completely results based. They're like, I'm only here to rank this and make this much money, which isn't like a horrible thing, but you have to enjoy yourself along the way. Otherwise, you're not going to have the same sense of fulfillment. You have to find every single piece that gets you excited. Yes, bring it. Everything needs to be fun. You know, find what is like the best part about this to you, and like how excited you are and truly enjoy sharing that with other people. And you're going to be able to find people who line up with that. That's why authenticity in this business is so important too. We see other people succeeding, and I know that we can think that we need to be like them in order to succeed because we see them succeeding, you know, and we kind of just like want to follow this blueprint. But, you know, I think every person's gone through it. And I don't think, you know, if you were to join this business and not feel that way at least once, I don't know if you'd be human. But it isn't until you figure out your own voice and your own rhythm that you'll truly find success in this business. And also true personal fulfillment, which I think is just as important and really can just be forgotten about, especially when, you know, join this and your goal is to start making money, right? At the end of the day, if you're not happy about this and you're not excited about working this every single day, if this is not the best part of your day, you're probably not going to reach the same level of success as you would if you were to get specific about the reasons why you love this and why you're so excited to share it with others, because you know that this is the opportunity of a lifetime and that the products you guys offer like really do help people and really do, you offer things that like really help people change their lives. So getting back to basics and really reminding yourself of that every single day is so important. If I did this business, you know, there's going to be people who join my team over your team because they vibe with me. There's going to be people who join your team over my team because, you know, there's something that you do or something about you that really resonates with them. And I think that's what makes this such a level playing field, because there is not a scarce amount of people that we can reach here, right? Like there's every single person on the planet is their own person. So like what you offer is not what Maddie offers, or not what Emily offers, or not what Paige offers, right? So that's what makes you so special. You know, that's what sets you apart. And, you know, I lost my place. Hold on one second. But yeah, and the amount of people that you can reach, right? So if you have the scarcity mindset, you're going to be thinking like, oh gosh, Ashley has enrolled like 12 coaches already this month, you know, like now there's like 12 less people that like I'm going to be able to, you know, out there for me. And like, that's obviously not the case at all. That just means that she found 12 people who align with her, and that you're going to find those people that align with you too. You just have to stay true to yourself during the process. It's so easy to look at other people's stories and just kind of like explain away their success too. You know what I mean? Like getting in early, or she has this lifestyle, which makes this easier for her. Like, oh, like, of course, Rebecca is like 3-star diamond because like she doesn't have to go to work full time like I do, because she's got all the time in the world to be able to do this. And like, oh, she was into fitness before this. So like, you know, she already has this whole network of people like that. But then, like, there could be, like, a person with the exact same scenario as the one that you want who's going to tell you, like, oh, you know, like, well, it must be easier for, you know, this other person because she works a full-time job and she comes into contact with more people every single day. She has more people that she can offer, you know, in the business, in the grocery store and stuff like that. Like, I literally just sit on my couch and like do my workout and then I work my business. So I don't see anybody. You know, you can literally take anyone's situation and turn it into a pro or a con. You know, like she doesn't have a baby, so she has all of this time. And then this other person's like, oh my God, she has a baby. So she has all these moms that she can connect with and all these people like that she, like, it's literally everybody can do this. You know what I mean? So no one wants to take credit for why their own business isn't moving sometimes, right? You want to just explain it away and blame other people. So we'll say like, of course she's doing well because X, Y, and Z. But for me, I can't do this because I'm busy and I have things to do and blah, blah, blah. But, you know, whatever. And it really is just a simple mindset check, you guys. So that's all it comes down to. And like you can even do it with timing too. Like, you know, like I was saying, you know, getting in earlier, when also like one of the things that people compare is like their speed. So, you know, you maybe have been doing this for like a year and, you know, you're not thinking that you're supposed to be at the spot that you want to be. You know, I've been in this business for a year and a half. Like all of a sudden this new person comes in 9 weeks, she's like already a diamond coach. And like, how did she get all these people on her team? Like, what am I doing wrong? Why is she going faster than me? Like, why is my pace not been that? I show up every day, I do everything. And it's just remembering that like literally all of us come from different backgrounds, completely different circumstances. And the people who learn how to get through the roadblocks are the people who turn into the best leaders in the business. So if you think about this, like if this was the easiest thing in the world, like if this was easy, like, you know, it's just, everyone would try to, it's just ridiculous to think that like okay, hold on. Whew. I firmly believe that none of these businesses are easy. Like network marketing is not easy. Okay. It's very simple, right? It's very simple what we do, but self-discipline and personal development is not easy. And we all have to learn as we go and step outside our comfort zone and go out on a limb every single day, which most of us have not done before or like been used to that, right? And I think the people who haven't ranked in a year, or the people who are just like, consider themselves stuck and they push through that, those are the people who are the strongest leaders in this business to me, because you have the ability, you're going to be able to walk through it and help other people walk through it because you're going through it right now. So when your team comes to you with these issues, you can say like, I get it. I've been there. I know exactly what you're talking about. Like I was literally just like, that was me. So if you feel this way, all it is doing is preparing you for the future. And sometimes we don't give ourselves enough time to learn the skills that we need to burst through those barriers and get to a place where we are now fully equipped to be able to teach our teams how to do the same thing. That's all a barrier is. So sometimes when you don't have as many struggles along the way, it can be a little bit difficult to help other people when they do experience struggles. So be thankful for that. So take everything that happens to you in this business. That's what I try to do. And, use it as a learning lesson and an experience that will help other people in the future. And I hope you guys do the same thing. Every season of your business is going to be teaching you something. So you have to embrace it all, the successes, the failures, and say, okay, maybe I haven't ranked in 6 months, but I'm learning so much right now that my girl who, maybe this happens to her in the future, I can help her. Maybe your paychecks are staying the same, maybe, but like all the resources that you're gaining from that are developing you as a leader to get bigger and bigger and stronger and stronger. And that's going to build a larger and a more sustainable business over time. So the easy route is to say like, this isn't adding up for me. I've tried this for X amount of time. Like, this isn't working out for me. It's not for me. I'm done. And then, like I said earlier, the only way you're going to fail is if you close your mind and you walk away from this. And I think that it's easy for some people because, it's not super expensive to start this business. You don't have to invest like $1 million freaking dollars to have this amazing opportunity, right? So you're like, it's not that you would be walking away from a $200 kit. You're going to be walking away from everything that this could become for you. And not just for you, but for all the people who need you to walk this first so that you come into their life at the perfect time. Until all of a sudden you're this person who's capable of changing people's circumstances too. So it's an incredible amount of responsibility that we all have to really stick it out and to learn the things that we need to learn and to get out there and do the things that we know are scary or that maybe we're scared to try. And just knowing that there's people who kind of need you to go through this time that you feel the struggle, because at some point you're going to be in a leadership position too, if you're not already. So if you do all of these things, you're going to be the best leader possible. Negative and like having any sort of negativity in your life, people surrounding you who don't believe in you, you got to cut that shit out. Anyone who gives you shit about this, they got to go. Oh my gosh, there's a baby. I can't, I'm so sorry. I gotta watch my language. I'm so sorry. Hi, beautiful. Anyway, but seriously, surrounding yourself with negativity and people who want to bring you down it's almost impossible. Your environment is everything. So, but being negative yourself or being bitter about your process or where you're at right now or your own personal results or just like literally anything, being negative about any of it, that's going to close you off to success and your happiness and that personal fulfillment that we're talking about. So it's incredible how things will change when you take ownership of your thoughts and your attitudes towards this. So we talked about comparison and pushing yourself through barriers, but I think what it really boils down to is really aligning with your purpose, right? Not just with your like business purpose, but what you want. What do you want out of life? Not just out of this. And the things that are going to make you happy in the long run, when you figure out what that is, and I'm sure, you guys have your whys and you guys are pushing that all the time and keeping that in mind. a really good indication of why you signed up is like pretty much what your why is. So something that should be going through your head when you clicked the button and you're like, okay, shoot, I'm going to do this. Something in your soul spoke to you. And, as much as you like, for so long, I was like, yeah, it's about money for me. It's about money for me, but it's not about money for me. When everything, and when you boil it down to the nitty gritty, and like, even if you've told, maybe you've told your mentor, okay, it's about money for me, it's about me being able to pay for this, but like, what is it really about? And so I really want you to think about that. And maybe you've never told anyone, maybe you've never written it down, or maybe you've never like actually really thought about it. But I hope everybody has. And if you haven't, I highly encourage you to, because I want you guys to think about what that was for you and to talk about it with your teams too. And when you're enrolling people in this business, it's so important to figure out what their reason is too, because that's all we have. Your why is the most important thing that you can align with. And when you're clear about it and you know exactly what it is, all of the little stuff doesn't seem as important. Like, what Susie's doing on Instagram today, or how she's marketing the Energize or the pre-workout. Like, all of that little stuff doesn't matter when you're so clear about your why and you know exactly what it is. And it's easy to get distracted and frustrated when you don't see the bigger picture, right, of the things that you're working towards every single day. But when you figure out what it is that's really driving you, it's going to be enough to get you through the minor aggravations and the bigger aggravations and the not right nows. Me literally 3 times, yeah, not right now, for a year and a half. Like, the haters, the people who don't think the products work, or you don't get a good workout or whatever, But quick side note, just by the way, I'll hurry this up since we have 10 minutes. But just a quick side note, I want to say that network marketing companies seriously have the best freaking products in the game. Like, the people that do these businesses aren't crazy. Like, I know, like, for the longest time, I was like a person that went to the gym and I was like, yeah, like, I can get my own good workout, whatever. Then I did this for the first time and I'm like, y'all, whoo-wee, I was not prepared for that. Like, I was not, and now I'm never going back. Like, this is exactly what I need for my life and for my schedule. And like, it's just, I don't care what people say. Seriously, it's the best pre-workout I've ever taken, the most effective workout that I've done in years. My products have transformed my hair. People like to say my shampoo makes your hair fall out. It's literally shampoo. It's not possible. You know what I mean? It's just like, people are going to say whatever they want to say about what you do, but being 100% focused on your vision is just going to get you through that, right? None of that shit's going to matter. So none of that stuff is going to matter. But just because someone wants to stay in their bubble, like I said in the beginning, of not expanding their mind and their horizons to try something new, literally has zero to do with you. I mean, everything to do with them. It has no reflection on you whatsoever. So we've all had to get better at this, at network marketing. No one has just like waltzed into network marketing like, I am a professional. I've never done this, but I know how to do it, and just I'm going to run to the top, and I have to do it with zero effort. It has to start here, and it has to start here in your heart and in your mind. And if you don't believe in yourself and what you have to offer, nobody else will. You cannot expect other people to. And I know Maddie talks to you guys about morning routines and personal development and how important it is. And seriously, I cannot stress it enough. Like I was saying in the beginning, for entrepreneurial adventures in general, for network marketing, it's universal. Probably none of us have ever done anything like that before, unless you're just like already and you're just kick ass. Good for you. But like, I had never done that before. I had never like really like dived in. I have never dived into personal development before I started. I thought it was like woo woo. I was like, I'm a positive person. Like, I don't need that, and wow, like, I'm here to humbly admit that I was wrong. But that means if you've never done something like this before, that you need to do things that you've never done before if you want to be successful, right? So, and not just aimlessly, or mindlessly listening to a podcast, but purposefully and with intention, because that matters. And I want you guys to take your personal development time as your time, not just your workouts, but like, if you're super busy and you have a really busy schedule, listening to your personal development in the car or on the go is really effective, right? But like, if you have the chance, wake up 15 minutes earlier, wake up 30 minutes earlier, journal about it. Just like get real into it, because the more that you take out of that, the more your business is only going to grow as much as your mindset grows, right? And any negative self-talk that's happening, it has to stop right now. Any of this comparison or negative self-talk or any I can't do this or any no one's going to trust me or any nobody's going to believe in me or, no one's going to want to join this or trust me as a coach or whatever it may be, or I don't want to put myself out there because I'm an anxious person or I don't talk well to others. Like it's got to stop. And I'm sure you guys are very well-educated individuals, but like, if you don't know what neuroplasticity is, it's a science. Like, your brain does not have to stay the way it is right now. Like, you have the power to get up every single day. It takes 28 days to create a habit, right? So do something for 28 days straight. Do your personal development journaling, or just however you need to reset, in the morning to make it about you. Do it, like, because you can change that. You may think like, this is how I am and that's who I was. Like, I have anxiety. And I've literally seen Maddie talk about this in her story. Like, I have anxiety. Like, that's what I used to tell myself. Or like, I don't speak well to other people. I'm an introvert. I'm really shy. I'm not bold. And I'm here to tell you, like, it doesn't have to be that way. Right. But you have to want it to not be that way. You have to want it to change. And whatever you have like gone through up until this point, you have to be patient with yourself and kind to yourself, right? It's not like I listened to a podcast and I don't know why, like, I'm still stuck. Like, I listened to a podcast yesterday and I'm not a positive person yet. Screw personal development. You know what I mean? Like, be kind to yourself. All right. If you're like me, you've built up this wall for years, for a long time. But babes, it's time to like tear that shit down if you haven't already. And I love that you guys get out of your comfort zone. You're dancing on your stories. You're showing people to have fun. Like, and it's cool to be exactly who you are, where you are right now. Right. But any of this negative self-talk, like it's got to go, because you are capable of so much. And you guys seriously have the most amazing opportunity of a lifetime, like in your lap right now. And if you are the only reason that you are being held back, what the heck? If you are stopping you, why are you letting that happen, right? Why? And there's this podcast, yes. I don't know if you guys have listened to this podcast with Bob Heilig, but it's called Your Virtual Upline. It's like it's one of my favorites. But there's this episode where he's talking to like a member of his downline, and she's being so negative and she's being so hard on herself. And she's like, well, I've been with the company for 9 months and I've only hit the first rank. And he's like, well, do you think that there's people who like never hit the first rank? And she's like, well, yeah. I mean, like, yeah, duh. Well, he's like, well, is it a positive or a negative that you hit this rank? And reluctantly, because she knows what's coming, she's like, no, it's a positive. And he's like, then what are you being so hard on yourself for? You are stepping out of your comfort zone every single day to better your life. Isn't that a win in itself? So just like, you cannot be unkind to yourself. You are the first and most important thing that is, you have carried yourself through your life. You have gotten yourself to this point. You, nobody else, you. Maybe some people have come in, come out, stuck around, but it's you, girlfriend. You're still here. Everything that you've been through, everything that has happened to you, you have been the one constant that has persevered and has stuck through it. So I have to tell you all right now that just by doing this, like, and being on this call, you're amazing. Every single one of you is simply amazing. And I want to remind you guys, and I know Maddie does all the time, but like, loving yourself and being proud of yourself is more important than any of this, than making any kind of money ever. And being confident in yourself and your abilities and speaking kindly to yourself as if you were speaking to your best friend. If you wouldn't say it to your best friend, you better shut that down real quick, right? And I know you guys have heard, you know, if you that science experiment where they speak like really mean to some plants and then they speak really nice to some plants, and like how the flowers bloom to the nice plants and the other plants die. So imagine what that does to you, right? So purposefully rewire those negative self-beliefs if you have them, and just know that I'm doing it with you, Maddie's doing it with you, we all are, and every single one of us can do this. We are all so powerful. It is unreal. And like everything that is coming for your company, because I know that your company always rolls out amazing stuff like on the regular, like all of that is going to show you how powerful you actually are. And I love you guys, and I can't thank you enough for letting me hop on. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed it.
Dude, so good. So good. And I feel like it was just like so many little nuggets that we could take from that. And it wasn't even just like one specific topic. Like, and I think that that's like what we have to get through our heads is all of these little things that we talk about all the time. That's what like really builds this business, is just like she said, that confidence, that self-talk, that self-love, like putting in the work. I wrote a post I don't know, probably like a month ago, that said like self-love isn't really beautiful because self-love is fucking work. Like self-love is like rewiring the bad habits. It's going through and dealing with the trauma. Like it's a lot of work, and that's why people give up on this business, because they don't want to put in the internal work, because that's what this business is. But we have less than a minute, so Libby, can I use your phone? Somebody take a picture real quick. But for real, that was amazing, Tori, and thank you so much. But everybody smile. Yay.
I love you guys. Seriously, thank you.
Yes, thank you so much. It was amazing, and I will send you the recording.
Oh, cool. Awesome. Thank you.
All right, bye, guys.
Bye.
Have a good night. Let's slay this.